Hello, buddy. I'm Technovoid, your host and Chalupa salesman, and with me is Hamsterwings, your favorite Pokemon analyst. And we're here today with TDD Season 4, Week 3.
Yeah, that one.
Welcome. It has been an extra week. And here we are with post-struct. I need to say the names now. What are the names? It's the Front Facers versus the
Seattle Suicune.
Seattle Suicune. Thank you. All right, so let's hop straight into here. So we got Sun. Yeah.
Sun is the quintessential bring of post structure.
I think
Zardwai is very good.
One thing I really like on OJ's team, which I was expecting, and I'm glad it came, is Blaziken.
Yeah, I like Blaziken.
I think Blaziken's very good here.
I think Blaziken in Sun is just really good.
Mm-hmm. Venusaur, of course, is also another really great one. There's always the option to not even Mega Evolve here, due to the Chlorophyll, and even if you do, the Thick Fat helps against the Fire-type moves here. How do you feel about the rest of them?
I think I would definitely opt to not Mega Evolve.
Uh-huh.
Just because it allows you to beat things like Melmetal, it allows you to beat Gastrodon, Lapras. I feel like there would be a very good case to be made for Chlorophyll Venusaur being very good for OJ.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how do we feel about post team?
Post team, I like Lapras here a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Water Absorb is quite nice to a few of these mons.
I don't know if OJ's fought anybody yet that doesn't have some kind of water immunity.
Huh. I wonder.
Which is interesting.
Who did he fight last week? I don't remember who he fought last week. Week 1, he had to fight against a Jellicent. I'm trying to remember week 2.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Either way. Okay. All right.
So Post is rocking 2 water immunities, which is great.
Storm Drain's very nice. Zeraora is really powerful into Suicune here due to it can basically scare a Suicune out whenever it wants, I think.
Yeah. See, another case for Chlorophyll Venusaur from OJ is that everything on Post team is faster.
Mm-hmm.
So Chlorophyll Venusaur would really allow him to like trump something that should be faster.
For sure.
Because like he's got stuff like Zeraora, he's got Zardwai, which isn't slow. He's got his own Chlorophyll Venusaur. Post has a lot of speed.
For sure, for sure. Okay, all right. Well, let's get into it and see how it plays out.
So the leads are Melmetal Zeraora, which is a pretty good lead.
Pretty good lead. Yep.
Lele and Venusaur.
And the Psychic Surge is up, which is fine because Post isn't really rocking any Psychic type stuff. And here we go straight for the Z move, the all-out pummeling.
All-out pummeling into the AV Melmetal, so he lives that with
that. Not gonna kill. Sleep Powder gonna go down, but that is fine. The Steel Roller is out here. Psychic Terrain is gone. Lele is dead.
Yep.
Great play. Had he doubled in there, I don't even know if Venusaur would have killed.
Very good prep with AV Melmetal. I think it was really, really good into this team.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. The Aura Sphere there not gonna be enough. Although he goes for the Earth Power, so it's fine. Melmetal
he
not
did
fast
Mega Venusaur, I assume, because there's no sun up right now.
Uh-huh. And here
but
it is.
It's about to come up.
Yeah. And here comes Suicune. Suicune with Gastrodon out on the field, it's not going to want to be shooting off Scalds, but it can start boosting up. It can start boosting up, especially
resist everything that Charizard wants to do. Sans Solar Beam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at this point, if Venusaur is just going to keep sleep powdering everything, then this Suicune can just sort of start buffing itself up with Calm Mind. But as soon as Zeraora comes in, though, it's going to be a problem because Zeraora can scare this thing out immediately with a
Windleberry ain't nothing, by the way. Gastrodon going right down.
Yeah, I think bringing in Venusaur here was not a good play.
I think bringing in Venusaur on the previous turn was a good play.
Yeah. I think bringing it in here at this point with the 1.5 special defense boost and already with its high special defense, that was a waste of the Venusaur.
He does go down to the Weather Ball, which I think Venusaur was really good in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But also, at this point, Charizard's in a very good position too.
For sure, yeah. And here comes the Z all-out pummel, or not, excuse me, the Z Gigavolt Havoc. Yeah, and that kills it. And I really do think the Zeraora needed to come out a turn earlier. As soon as you see that boosting Suicune, the best way to either knock it out or scare it out of those boosts is bringing that thing in. Because even without the Z move, which you know you have, OJ doesn't know you have, but even without it, it's faster and it's not physically defensive. I mean, it is,
yeah,
but
I think sacking to get Zeraora in was the right play, but I think he should have come in instead of Venusaur.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to. And at this point, Blaziken is not in a great spot. It is going to be faster starting now, but it
I don't think so, because it switched in.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, yeah. So now he goes for the Protect to get it faster, yeah.
Yeah, and even then, I believe he is still slower than Zeraora.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Well, there goes Lucario. That thing not threatening at all, and yeah, I mean,
it's getting its recovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at this point, it just doesn't do enough damage. Plasma Fist is actually not going to kill here.
Yeah.
Flamethrower is though.
Yeah, Zardois, even without the sun, without that even being a super effective hit, it's still just a strong Pokemon.
Yeah. Now, you had some thoughts about this at the match at this point that you mentioned to me, so why don't you go into it now?
So I felt like Post was in a really hard position here if the Vish was Scarfed. It turns out it's not, but I think my play here would have been to double Blaziken.
Okay.
Because if Vish is Scarfed, it's gonna kill... I think you have to hope that it kills Zard, even though the right play is to kill Zeraora.
Mm-hmm.
But...
if it's Scarfed, though... If it is Scarfed, though, and it scarfs itself into a Water-type move, if you get rid of the Blaziken, you automatically win the match.
Yes. That's the point.
Yeah.
Because if it locks itself into Fish's Rend... Lapras walls it infinitely.
Yeah, Lapras literally cannot die to it. So getting rid of that Blaziken immediately makes it so Lapras just wins the game by itself.
Yeah, but as it turns out here, Vish reveals that it is not Scarfed.
Not Scarfed, because it goes for Protect. Unless, of course, this was Peanut Scratch, in which case, no way to know. So now it's even faster. At this point... Yeah,
so now Vish, we know, has some way to damage Lapras, just not very much.
Yeah. And there comes the Air Slash, and that's going to do a ton of damage, which is really nice. It's Vicious Rend, there it is. But at this point, Post only needs one hit. And I guess because it's asleep, if he... No, it's faster and it dies, right. I was thinking if he can go faster than the Charizard, he could still win, potentially, but he's not Scarfed. So, and if he was Scarfed, getting locked into Vicious Rend or Protect would have sucked, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, Post definitely had the winning play there. I think earlier in the match he did make a couple of bad calls with the Gastrodon and the Venusaur and the Zeraora, but I think overall he made up for that.
Yeah, I think he just needed the Zeraora momentum earlier, but also. Preserving Venusaur would have done nothing other than give him a differential point because Charizard never swapped out to get the sun back up.
Yeah, very true. I think definitely one of the biggest plays here, which is actually something that happened in team building, was the AV Melmetal bring and the it was just really nice.
It was just good prep into all of his SNAs.
I don't think the Steel Roller mattered, did it? I think Double Iron Bash would have also killed.
Double Iron Bash probably would have killed with one hit.
Okay, alright, yeah, because I was thinking the Steel Roller was nice in getting the Psychic Terrain down, but I also don't...
Double Iron Bash is stronger.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, I don't think the Psychic Terrain really mattered either way. I don't think either team was really using priority.
Right.
So, I think either way that would have worked out. Anyways, moving into the next one, we got Egg playing versus Whiskey Tattoo. Let's hear about it.
Team into whatever Egg has, which is just a solidly built team.
Mm-hmm.
So, I helped. I think this was the week that I helped. No, it wasn't. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Here's one thing I want to point out.
Sorry, it's been a long week. Long 2 weeks.
Long 2 weeks. One thing I want to say, I'm very surprised to not see Keldeo on Egg's side.
Yeah, I don't think Keldeo has come ever.
No, Keldeo is still 0 bring rate. I thought if there was a week to bring it, I definitely thought this was it. It just seemed, I mean, fighting is a good type here against
a special fighting type that hits on the physical side is incredible.
It's very, very nice here. And also just having rain-boosted Muddy Waters and stuff just feels quite nice to me.
Not to mention, Keldeo 1v3 is his SNA tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Because it resists Urshifu, it beats it with Air Slash, and it beats Incineroar, and it beats Amoonguss with Air Slash.
Yeah. I was very surprised to not see the Keldeo bring, but other than that, how do we feel?
I think, if Egg runs Trick Room, it's to his advantage, of course.
Of course.
Because, rain teams usually don't have things that are that slow.
Yeah. Kling Klang is like... Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah, well, right, but it's a Trick Room setter for things like, for things out of rain like Incin and Swampert.
Yeah. If anything, this is probably the week I would have brought a Linoon.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
If only to have an answer to Trick Room.
Okay. Alright. Fair. I hadn't
Because
even
while
thought about
Trick
that.
Room's being set up, Linoon can set itself up and just kind of start going. It does get walled out by, Celesteela and by Slowbro to some extent.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
But
I
the
think
beauty of
if
doubles
there was
is that
any
there's 2
week
things on the
for-
field.
If there was any week for Linoon to put in work, it's probably this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, Keldeo and Linoon, basically.
Oh, he was fighting, OJ fought Eggpling last week, and Eggpling had Vaporeon.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay. Alright, well, let's get into it.
I don't remember this match in the slightest.
Yeah, neither do I, actually. I have vague recollections.
It's, again, been a while.
I don't even remember who wins this one. Oh, no, I do remember who wins this one. So there's the fake out. So that fake out's going to be faster than his fake out. So see you later, Alligator. Late screen.
The current MVP of the league is not in this battle, by the way. It's Mega Ampharos.
It's Mega Ampharos.
X team.
Yes. Still in the lead. And the U-turn, that's going to... So at this point, whatchamacallit, Infernape has been intimidated, so it's not going to be doing as much damage. Obviously, it's not going to do much there.
Yeah.
But it's gone now. And I think Celesteela here makes a lot of sense, but the spores start coming out. And this is the second time this week that we're getting some sleepies.
Yeah, Amoonguss has become very quick in the Trick Room.
Mm-hmm. The thing about Amoonguss, though, is it doesn't need to go first. It can go first or second. It doesn't matter.
Sure, but putting stuff to sleep to set
immediately.
Yeah, nice.
For sure. Yeah, and the Reflect is nice, except that the Urshifu is back there.
Yeah, the Urshifu is in the back, willing to just kind of ignore it.
Yeah. And
good switch to Whimsicott.
Yeah, the double switch here is quite nice. The double switch here works for Egg. But I think he misplays either this turn or
goes
next
down.
turn. So in comes Pelipper. The helping hand here is...
into the close combat to knock out Incineroar.
Yeah, I think that would have knocked out anyways, but I think he was just prepping for a switch there.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah. Having Incin out the way is nice. Zarude here makes a lot of sense. Bring in Zarude, it goes for the Protect. But of course, okay, so actually in Tailwind, I have, yeah. That very good play on Whiskey's part there to make sure that Tailwind is up, because with Whimsicott on the field, you cannot assume that you're going to be faster than Egg side.
That Swampert was ready to schmoove.
Yeah.
Probably had well over 1,000 speed.
Yeah, and the U-turn, despite it being a quad weakness, Pelipper is weak as hell, dude.
Yeah, Pelipper's best stat is its physical defense, and it takes a lot of damage from physical moves.
Yeah. It's and there goes the Thunder. That's not going to do too much, luckily. I remember this match now. This is the match where Galvantula goes fucking in.
Yeah, I mean, Galvantula's probably about to
And
pick up a kill right here.
And the hydration makes that toxic go away. Nice and delicious. Gotta love that rain. It means it's not water absorb, which, honestly, I don't know how I feel about that.
Galvantula picks up a kill on Infernape.
That's gonna be very good for it. Not having that fake out anymore. Not gonna be great. And in comes Urshifu, and now we have potentially a bit of a problem. The Scald is not gonna get the burn there. The burn would have been quite nice.
Huge that it didn't.
Yeah. Had he gotten it, that would have been really big. At this point, Whimsicott can get Tailwind up, which is going to be very nice for it. The question is, what's Vaporeon going to do here? Does Vaporeon
pretty much have to double switch there, in my opinion?
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys.
Vaporeon gets a deflect,
which wouldn't have helped, really.
Just against Pert. Rage Powder comes out,
which isn't going to affect either of these Pokemon, as they're both Grass types.
Whimsicott does ignore it being a Grass type.
As does Zarude. Although Zarude didn't attack there, maybe? Did it switch? Oh, it was a switch. Okay.
Now Energy Belt into the Amoonguss, and Power Up into the Pelipper, which does so much.
It does a lot, yeah.
To Pelipper, which is supposed to be a wall.
You'd think.
A wall that gets 2-hit KO'd by everything.
Okay. And the Helping Hand here, not gonna... That's unfortunately going straight into a Protect, which puts Whiskey in a great position to get rid of that. Because 2 turns of Toxic is all he's gonna need.
Yeah. But what will Zarude do this turn?
He's going to... Oh.
Jungle Healing.
Jungle Healing, baby. That's not a bad play. That's not a bad play. Now we have the double Tailwind up, which, means Zarude is going to be the fastest thing. Interesting healing up there, I would say, instead of going for the
he didn't know that Jungle Healing was coming out.
Yeah. Fair point. Yeah. Yeah, Power Up not going to take out there because of that. The critical hit, which didn't matter. The Sash and the Confusion.
Confusion did matter.
Yeah, and there we go. See you later, Zarude. You hate to have a Bug-type move hit ya.
Yeah, he's pretty weak to those.
Yeah, income Sloping.
Reliable comes out.
Now these are the 2 Pokemon that are going to be best against Urshifu and Swampert here. They're both asleep now, which is not great, and they're in against 2 things they don't particularly do well against.
Yeah, Celesteela just not being able to burn off its sleep turns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's going to get hit by Thunder there, and that's it. See you later. That's all it takes, baby. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Slowking just cannot wake up, dude. He's had a hard week.
Yeah, unfortunately, Egg kind of lacking in Galvantula answers here.
Yeah. There's very little he can do. Yeah, I mean...
damage because Pelipper is awful.
That's what it comes down to, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. Slowbro's a Spadef monster.
Yeah. There goes another one.
Yeah. Galvantula claims another victim. And I guess Pert comes out here.
Yes. Yeah. And he finally wakes up. And he sets up Trick Room, which
makes sense, I think.
Means he gets a hit off, but of course there's
if anything, you use a Psychic type move into the Galv slot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope, he gave up.
That's match. Yeah,
Dang.
I mean, I think what that comes down to is Egg just wasn't prepared to not win the weather war, the speed control war.
Yeah,
to a big degree. Like he was
very running both Trick Room and Tailwind on that team.
Yeah, between Trick Room being up and his Prankster Tailwinds, he was just expecting that he would be able to go first, and then when the enemy also has Pokemon that succeed in both Trick Room and Tailwind, he's like, shit.
Yeah, Whiskey's speed control was very, very good.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay.
Amoonguss did crazy.
Yeah,
Amoonguss and Galvantula went crazy.
They sure did. All right, moving into Feanor versus Numb and Number. How do you feel about these drafts?
I mean, Feanor's draft is still weird to me, but he does have most of his powerful mons here.
Mm-hmm.
The Kartana, the Escavalier, the Diancie, the Scrafty, all good picks. Stormy has her normal kind of draft.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't had a whole lot of variation in what she brings match to match. Which, I mean, to some degree is understandable. Chandelure is just really good. So is Rotom. So is Shaman. So is Conkeldurr. If anything, I feel like Conkeldurr is actually kind of weak into this match.
Oh, yeah?
A little bit.
Why is that? Just because of how many things resist it?
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I wonder what Conk was for.
I mean, I don't know. Most of her team already beats Kartana, so it can't be for Kartana.
Yeah.
Yeah, Conk's a weird bring here.
Interesting. Alright. Well, let's watch it play out. I love Feanor's names this week, by the way.
Download a car.
You wouldn't download it.
Why are they both shiny?
Everything's shiny, dude.
It's a fake out into the Rotom Heat. Makes sense. The other thing is, in fact, a ghost type.
Oh, yeah.
Rotom goes for the substitute, which is interesting. And Trick Room's up.
Not going to do very much.
Because Filter gets the Spadef drop, which is actually pretty important.
Mm-hmm.
And Mime gets up a Reflect. Yeah, that would have done a lot less without the Spadef drop. Conkeldurr comes in. I agree with that because it's the most expendable member of the team.
Oof. Yeah, and
Hex is no damage.
Yeah. This thing doesn't take damage, dude.
Rotom not being stab, not getting the stab hex, it just doesn't do a lot, especially since it's like it seems like it's supportive Rotom.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jellicent just gets it all back.
Bulk up.
Conkeldurr goes for the bulk up here. Shaman protects itself against the Dark Pulse.
Shaman's trying to get itself through a Trick Room. Intimidate comes out. This Conkeldurr is not getting to keep its attack stat. It's just not.
Yeah, but that's alright because it is Guts boosted.
And it's going to do 7.5%. Although I do think getting rid of that AV was actually pretty big, though.
Could have been. Depends.
Yeah, it depends on the future, definitely.
Silver gems. They're all just named gems.
Yeah, they are gems. It's because Conkeldurr. That's why Conkeldurr came.
I guess. Losing its Iron Head should be going for Heavy Slam anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It does do more damage. Aggron's very hefty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, losing the Focus Sash doesn't matter, but
I really think Shaman is too much of a win condition to be just like raw switched into there.
Yeah, especially when, this thing has Trick Room and can be using Trick Room. And I think does use Trick Room.
Yeah, I feel like it was too risky to protect there. I think you had to try to attack Jellicent.
Yeah, because now you just have to switch it back out. And
yeah, Conkeldurr comes back in being the expendable guy that he is in this match.
Yeah, and he's going to die there. Yeah, Hex still not going to
do... That really does no damage.
Mm-mm. Conk is gone, dies to its own Burn Orb. You hate to see
not
it.
Particularly an offensive Pokemon, and it's not getting stab either. Escavalier kind of going in.
Yeah, Feanor's doing a really good job of just making all of Stormy's physical attackers completely invalidated.
Yeah, Shaman comes out now. I think that's a terrible turn to bring Shaman in.
Yeah, you don't want to bring Shaman in here.
If anything, you bring it in on the last turn of Trick Room to protect once.
Yeah, I mean here, basically, you're hoping that you're going to get to kill the Escavalier, but with that Strength Sap, it doesn't actually kill, which
is actually just a really good Pokemon, huh?
Yeah.
Chandelure comes out, which is, I guess, fine.
Yeah. And finally, that thing is gonna die. But at this point, maybe too little too late. Trick Room is finally down, which is good.
Trick Room is down, but Kartana's primed to come in whenever it wants now.
Yeah.
Or he could set Trick Room up again. Yeah. Either or. Overheating to Mime. That's gone.
Mime's dead. And the Hex is going to kill there because unlike Rotom...
Because this one has 135 special attack and is a ghost type.
And stab, yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, at this point,
now
I mean,
Feanor seems in a position that's just primed to start going.
Yeah, I mean, even at only, you know, even at -2, that overheat's gonna do way too much. Flamethrower ain't doing shit. I'm sorry. Earth Power's taking it out. It's a burned Mega Aggron versus the world. It has no chance against a Kartana.
Against Kartana, it's fine, but against everything else that's special, no, not happening. Kartana does come out here.
Nice.
I think he just wanted to bring out the traffic boys for the ending.
I think he was just trying to protect his Diancie from a death with Ironhead.
Yeah, but I think Earth Power might have just killed.
Oh, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And
between
Kartana,
the burn and that -1, it just, there's nothing. There's nothing. Oofa doofa. Alright, well that is it for Quick Ball.
Yeah, Feanor played that really well.
Yeah, I think Feanor definitely made some really good decisions there. Moving in to Timer Ball, we've got Team Fourgeist versus Diggory.
Oh, man.
Grooboom Gang. Give me the deets.
I don't think either of us are satisfied with this match.
Fair enough.
Alright, so my idea was like, Durant good. Durant go
Durant
kill.
is really nice into Diggory's team.
Durant go kill good. That was basically my whole plan.
He does.
Moltres is flapping through Weavile's head.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate for Weavile. All things considered, I think Latias was a bad bring here.
Mm-hmm.
But I brought it anyway. Rillaboom, excellent bring into me. I have a huge mental block on Rillaboom. I always lose to Rillaboom. You definitely want Rillaboom into me. Heatran, of course, makes a ton of sense. I can 50-50 it with Moltres, kinda, because of Scorching Sands, but other than that, it's just a really good bring. Hariyama, too. Hariyama's really good. Comfy. You know, it's comfy. It kind of beats most of the things on my team, except Durant.
Durant, baby.
Yeah, which, that is one of the things Durant is here to beat. But realistically, if Durant gets every play right, it kills every single member of his team. And if he doesn't miss, he can do that.
He can do
He does that often.
He's good at missing.
Clang is here, the Clang gang. I do think the Clang gang is actually a decent bring into me.
Oh,
I don't have great stuff for steals outside of Urshifu, which I can't be wasting Urshifu against Clang.
Against Clang for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's about that.
All right.
I like Hariyama here too.
Yeah, Hariyama's nice. I think Hariyama and Durant are definitely like anchors to both of these teams.
Yeah, but here's Durant now. He's coming out.
Yeah. Well, here's also Hariyama, so there you go.
Yeah.
What is an anchor other than something that you release first to put in the
So
water?
I'd see Grassy Seed, so I'm immediately like, uh-oh, he has acrobatics.
He got acrobatique.
That's the one thing that can hit Durant. So he goes with a heavy slam, breaks my sash, and I pickpocket his assault vest, which is very important for later.
Huge pickpocket there.
So here, just in case he goes to Heatran, I'm going to Scorching Sands into Rillaboom, but he goes to Moltres instead. Good
play. Good read from Diggory
very
there.
Good switch.
And the Stone Edge is going to take Molquatro out.
Yeah, so Hariyama's already kind of putting in work.
Yeah. And here's Clang.
Yeah. And then I start throwing the match for some reason. I don't really know why, but I do.
Yeah, that triple axle's gonna get protected. Yeah, I mean, I think going for the Calm Mind there was not a bad call.
Yeah, but too much. It was dumb to set up with Latias when Latias doesn't have any moves to hit the things that I want it to.
Yeah.
So like at this point, I want to switch out Latias, but I have nothing to switch it into that I don't want to. That I want like healthy.
Sure, that you want to not die. Sure. Yeah.
So if anything, I'm just gonna like use these two to kind of get chip damage wherever I can, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, because what else are you gonna? I mean, this Clang's fucking setting up, baby.
The Clang goes for shift gear, and I'm like, I pull up the calc and I'm like, dude, this thing is still slower than Durant.
Nice. Yeah, so no more Grassy Seed. The low kick is not going to do much there. The Psychic...
He doesn't have Grassy Seed, but he does have his boosted Acrobatics.
Acrobatics still, yeah.
Clang gets a kill on Weavile, which is great for Clang.
Good job, buddy. You've done it.
Yep, everybody's rooting for Clang.
Everybody's rooting for Clang.
Now Durant comes out here, which inherently threatens Rillaboom. But Clang goes for the ally switch. Clang just kind of putting in work. I go for the superpower on Clang, but I miss Rillaboom, which is actually kind of good for me because that means I don't drop my attack.
Yeah. Pretty huge, I'd say. Hustle.
And in my mind, I'm just like, he's not going to ally switch twice. And he didn't.
He didn't.
So Latias is putting protect pressure on the field, which is good for me because I get to pick up the kill on Clang with Durant. So while Latias is kind of a waste at this point, I've wasted it entirely. It was all right for pressuring Rillaboom into doing that there.
And now Urshifu doesn't need to deal with Clang.
Yeah, I'm surprised he faked out into Sylveon there. I thought he was just going to try to kill Latias, but he has Grassy Glide because I forgot Grassy Glide's a move, I guess, just now in my head.
Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah, that's kind of just the thing that you do. And here they are.
And Durant comes back out with his young first impression. But Rillaboom's going to protect, of course, because first impression is very good. And since I knew he was going to protect, I Iron Headed the other thing, I guess. I'm just so smart.
Look at all that damage you're not doing to that Heatran.
Yeah. Now it's dead.
Now it's fucking gone. This is so good. This is honestly the winning play, I think. Or it's not the winning play, but that's what made this go from being your game to completely lose to something that you have a chance in.
Yeah. Sylveon, I'm gonna want to keep an eye on how many hyper voices it has.
Now this was a big turn here because he's gonna try and kill that Durant while faking you out. So I mean basically Sylveon at this point can kill both of these things no problem because that Assault Vest is gone, so he needs to be very aware of it.
I go to Urshifu because I'm like, there's no chance he's fighting attacking the Durant. He's gonna heavy slam Sylveon for sure.
Yeah.
And he does. But I'm 252 defense bold. So
you're living that.
And at this point I'm like, Urshifu has a small chance to kill Moltres. I'm gonna go for it. He does not pick up the kill.
Does not pick up the kill. And the Berserk is going to activate, which isn't really going to matter.
I also don't want a Hyper Voice because I know it's not going to kill, and I know it's going to pop a weakness policy. So now Moltres is low enough for me to feel comfortable Hyper Voicing again. Yeah, Durant comes in. He's got a first impression left if he wants to use it.
Now I have a question about that turn. Had Comfey Floral Healinged, would it have been enough to protect from the Sylveon killing?
Well, he then go through protect. I have no idea.
No. I'm saying had he not protected, had he floral healinged, would Molquatro Galar have survived here?
No, because I clicked first impression on it.
Oh, well there you go. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
His first impression is not better than Triage.
Weavile is coming in clutch here, allowing the 2-hit KO on Hariyama for stealing its Assault Vest.
Hold on though. Triage is +3.
Yes.
First impression is +2.
Yeah. But first impression plus Hyper Voice?
Okay, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Actually, I think first impression alone killed.
Okay. Yeah, and this agility here...
agility there, which I somewhat understand, but I think it was a bad play, all things considered.
Yeah, it was looking into the future about after these things are dead, but you needed to consider the chance of these things not dying.
Yeah, and at this point, Durant's kind of dead in the water.
Yeah, Durant cannot move faster, and Grassy Glide is going to prevent that from ever getting another hit off.
And at this point, I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's no good. Go for the Hyper Voice. And at this point, I think Diggory was a lot more confident than he should have been because Durant is going to die for sure this turn.
You go for the double protect because you could have actually lived a Grassy Glide there, but you can't live a Draining Kiss.
Yeah.
The Grassy Glide,
so,
even when
Grassy Glide's going to hit Sylveon,
but it's dead.
But Rillaboom dies, and he didn't heal it.
Yeah.
I think I mean Diggory knows this because he was upset about it afterwards. But he needed to play this part slower.
Yeah, because I mean, what it comes down to is you saw how much that heavy slam did. You know now that this thing is invested physically. You're not doing enough to it to kill it.
Yeah, I actually misplayed this here.
Okay.
As does he. I should never, ever, ever attack until he's out of Draining Kisses.
Draining Kisses, yeah. Makes sense. And he has 64 Celebrates to go through, and you have 64
baton
passes to go through. So this is just what it comes down to. A lot of...
If this came down to a struggle match, I believe I win.
Yeah.
Because I have leftovers.
You have leftovers, and you also have 2 more PP than he does.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Although you had already wasted PP earlier in the match.
Right.
Whereas Comfy, I don't think, did.
Yeah, it's mostly because Comfy has Aromatherapy, which is only 8. But we do kind of speed through it here instead of just stalling out all the way to struggle. I mean, objectively, what I'm doing here is like wrong, but we kind of just silently agreed to not wait till struggle.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck that. We're just playing this out. Even though both of you should be using like Celebrate right now.
Yeah, both of us should be baton passing and celebrating. He does crit me there, which is actually kind of important. Crits were like my lose condition because it's a healing move.
Sure. It heals a lot more from those. Yeah, Draining Kiss is what? It's like 75% heal, 50%. It's something high.
It's very high. It's like 75, I think.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
But at this point,
yeah, I'm. Can I just say I'm real glad you guys gentlemened.
Yeah, instead of taking like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, even still, it went pretty slow.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost dead there.
Yeah. I don't think I got any crits, but like if I did, they were huge because it pierced his Spadev boost. But that was my last Hyper Voice. I have 0 left.
Alrighty, okay. So, I mean, it played. Yeah, I mean, getting rid of the Heatran was big. All things considered, it really came down to that Hariyama not having an Assault Vest and that Heatran not being on the field to some degree.
That was definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, they set Sylveon up to do what it did, and also Diggory not respecting the physical bulk on the Sylveon when he should have healed.
I mean, who runs 252 bold?
The point, of course, but the point is he could have predicted it at that point since he already seen Heavy Slam do what it did.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to Peanut versus... Oh boy, this match. So we're seeing grassy terrain here from Peanut. Big news. And I don't know. I think what it comes down to here, I can't speak too much for Steven's team, but just looking at Peanut's team, I think Steven actually brought this up, but I was thinking the same thing, is that I think he actually benefits more from bringing electric terrain this week, potentially.
Probably.
Because, like, I think this is actually not something I had considered, but I think Steven brings up Vileplume as something that really likes grassy terrain, which is something we saw last week. Whereas the main electric type user on Ultra Platinum is Electros, and Electros has Levitate. It doesn't get any boosts.
Yeah, plus his ground type is Nidoqueen, which he has myriad answers for.
He has so many answers to Nidoqueen, exactly, yeah. So, I think for that reason, probably the wrong terrain bring here, although I totally do understand Peanut wanting to actually use the other terrain, because up until now he's only been using one.
Yes.
Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Steven's team's hard to break. He has entirely both irritating.
He does have a lot of pretty big threats. Okay. There's 2 old fat men fighting each other. Chris is gone.
Yeah, this is Watson's time.
It's Watson. So, okay, so Tailwind's coming up here. So, This is a
TDD Necrozma, let's go.
This is a Necrozma. That's the Darkest Lariat. You don't want to be in for that.
It takes out Giratina and does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, what he wanted to do is he wanted to Shadow Sneak his own Necrozma and proc a weakness policy, but he made a good play to not do that and switch out because it is not worth losing Giratina just for that, which I think is very smart of him to leave it in. What he doesn't think about is that Sucker Punch from an Adamant 252 Mawile, even if it's not Mega, is still going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Plus, can't even kill Thwacky because he's got a Sash.
Can't even kill Thwacky.
And then that thing takes a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Thwacky can probably Grassy Glide it for the kill.
Yes. Very likely so. I think he protects here. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Fake Out goes for Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch is not going to do anything because he'd already moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, I think it could maybe live a Grassy Glide at this point. I have no idea.
Maybe.
But he doesn't chance it. Porygon's in. Porygon's got the special attack boost. Porygon's fucking going.
Let's go.
But there's the Endeavor, which, bruh, that is... what a play. What a play. Mawile is dead to rights at this point to any fast move that doesn't get Sucker Punched.
Yep. And Aerodactyl comes in, being the fast guy that he is.
Yeah, and he goes for the Protect here, expecting that he's just going to be able to kill it with the Porygon, which he does. He
goes to the Rain Pulse, which is interesting. I don't think Blastoise has any moves that aren't resisted by Mawile.
Yeah, I mean, what would it be? Water. I'm surprised he's not carrying Aura Sphere, honestly.
I don't think it's that great into this match.
I mean, it hurts Porygon.
He goes to the Heat Crash there. Should really just use a normal move, I think, because Stab is good.
Mm-hmm. Or, like, a fighting type move.
I don't think it gets any of those.
It does.
I don't think it gets any that are good.
It gets close combat.
I wouldn't want to drop my defense on Snorlax.
I'm just saying, getting rid of this Porygon would be a real nice thing to do. Oh shit, we got the Mawilite and the Eviolite. What a call there.
Who would have expected it?
Who would have seen it? Anyways, that is a dead Mawile. Mawile, despite being as low as it was, still put in so much work.
Yeah, Trevenant gets paralyzed, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's not great for it.
I don't know what ability it has, but...
Frisk.
Oh yeah, we already saw that.
Yes. So switching it out is not going to get rid of that.
It would have natural here, but I guess it doesn't.
Nope. Shadow Ball going to do a lot there, even though it was a switch.
Yeah, I mean, same weakness.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta kill the Porygon, man. Just kill it. Just kill that stupid duck. Stop letting it get away with this.
Nice crit there. Thick Fat should also make you resist electric type moves. And
that's a hilarious play.
That transform, you hate to see it. The all-out pummeling coming in. Somebody is packing the proper normal coverage with fighting type moves.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious to see that he wanted to transform into Porygon, get the second download boost, and just kind of go.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't happen.
No, he's got out trust now. That Crunch ain't doing shit, dude.
Really swap out.
I'm glad Electros
is... you be Mew.
Yeah, I'm glad Electros is getting kills at least. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we spent a lot of time after this match talking about how Porygon's really good. I really do think if you just prepped for it better, it wouldn't have been as much of a problem.
I mean, to be fair, I do think it's very, very, very good.
Yeah, of course, and I don't disagree with that. It requires to be prepped for, but the thing is, Peanut really didn't.
He didn't have a fighting move.
If he wasn't carrying Aura Sphere or CC, I'm confused. I'm a bit. I mean, even Thwacky gets like normal or fighting type moves. I think. Not
it's
that
like superpower, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
not that they would do that much, but you know, point stands. Porygon is at 1.5x, and it is just stopping this match from occurring. Anyways, that is it.
Yeah. That's a match.
Yeah, once Porygon came in, I don't think it ever left. It might have, but
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's Porygon. I mean, I think Steven definitely played his win cons well. I think switching out Giratina at the beginning was very important. Not sort of getting greedy with the Shadow Sneak. Switching out Necrozma may not have been necessary, but playing it safe. Having Grimmsnarl in the back as just something that can come in was very good throughout the match.
Yep.
I think there's a very good reason Steven got a 5-0 here. And I think he played those switches well.
Yep.
Okay, and moving on to the last match of this week, which is also the first match that happened this week, 14 days ago. I don't remember anything about this one.
I remember the funny things you wanted to do to each other, but neither of them happened.
I mean,
I think.
I did the Tailwind thing.
Yeah.
What other funny thing did I have?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's 2 weeks ago.
It's true. Okay. So just based on what I'm looking at, so I'm looking at Lazarus, I'm looking at my own team here. Looking into Lazarus's draft, I'm seeing that a lot of his Pokemon are not going to appreciate coming in on rocks, so Runerigus is something I want to lead off with because I want those rocks. I'm also looking at Lazarus's team. I'm always running Trick Room. Lazarus's team has a lot of Trick Room answers, so this is actually a week where I'm mixing it up, bringing Tailwind. He still beats me with his own Tailwind, but I'm sort of under the impression he's not going to expect me to bring Tailwind, so if I bring Tailwind and he doesn't and he expects a TR team, I'll be able to win the Speed War for once, which is not something I'm generally doing. I think Regice here is very nice for me. He's got a lot of Pokemon that don't appreciate Regice. Illumise is actually a problem for me. I wasn't expecting Illumise to come. And Prankster Tailwind is something that inherently beats my Tailwind because the only thing that gets it is Silvally.
Yeah.
Raichu is something I was hoping I wouldn't see, honestly. I don't appreciate the fake outs. I don't appreciate the Lightning Rod. The Lightning Rod I actually really don't appreciate. Luckily for me, he's not actually running Lightning Rod this week. I'm also very glad I didn't see Mantine. I was prepped to deal with Mantine, but I really didn't want to deal with Mantine.
Yeah, generally anything he has that's an S, A, or B tier, you don't want to see.
I mean, yeah. I was sort of expecting the Colossal this week. I figured he would bring Colossal here. I'm not too concerned about it. I know Colossal has some things that allow it to pop off, but I felt like I had the answers to deal with it. I think Golisopod definitely puts in a lot of work here. I'm concerned, of course, about Landorus and Gyarados. Gyarados, though, I'm less concerned about. I do think I have a lot of answers across my team. With Landorus, it comes down to the fact that I basically prep my team to, with the exception, I think, of Rune and Aromatisse, because they're slow as hell. Even things like Golisopod, which is 40 base speed, and Regice, which is like 50 base speed. I've prepped them to outspeed anything slower than Landorus in Tailwind.
Nice.
So, I don't remember what Landorus' speed is. I think it's like 91, something like that.
Something like that.
But anything lower than that, so that's going to include things like... Or rather, no, outspeeding Landorus. The only things I couldn't outspeed on his team were Raichu and Naganadel. Naganadel was a big one that I was expecting to see.
Oh yeah, Naganadel is pretty good.
I was expecting...
It's not great into this team, but it's pretty good into your draft.
And we're back. Sorry for the cut there. So yeah, back on topic about Naganadel. I don't remember what I was saying, but I definitely expected to see it here. I tried my best to prep for it, but even so, my best prep for it was essentially making it that Golisopod doesn't take 50% from a Draco.
Yeah, which is...
The fact that was my best prep for it, and of course like things like Regice. Regice is very good into it. It does still have Fire-type coverage, but just being very specially tanky and being able to hit it back super effectively is nice for me. Otherwise, it puts a big dent in me. The Fire and Poison kind of yikes.
Naganadel's coverage is just really good.
It's just really, really good, yeah. But otherwise, assuming he's not bringing Tailwind, I'm outspeeding everything with the exception of Raichu here, but unfortunately he has Illumise, which means I cannot rely on that. Yep. And let's get into it. So I'm really expecting Runerigus and those rocks to do a lot for me, and so yeah, I basically need to meet his Tailwind to some degree, although it doesn't really matter that much. And I'm bringing Flying Silvally here just because it's a good type to have.
Oh my gosh, it didn't die.
No, it's living. It's living. This was not a attacking Silvally, I don't think. Maybe it was, I don't remember. It was basically there for support for a lot of.
The Sunny Day goes up, which is interesting.
Yeah, he brings up Sunny Day instead of things, which means I actually get the Tailwind up a little bit sooner.
Yeah, also now killed Gyarados.
Yeah, at this point Gyarados is a dead slot. It comes in, it's gone. So it's basically used for switching.
It's a good sack for him if he needs a sack. Mm-hmm. The Solar Beam does very little damage after the parting shot.
Yeah, and this Stone Edge was a mistake because I am basically proccing his weakness policy there, which is not great for me with how little damage I'm doing. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
At this point, I go for the Volt Switch, which yeah.
Reveals not Lightning Rod.
Not Lightning Rod, which is pretty big for me. Earth Power is going to do very little there, of course. And the Haze is going to get rid of those stats, which is really nice for me. At this point, I mean, I just feel like there's not too much that Colossal can do here. I feel like I've basically prevented it from being a huge threat to me.
Sure. Yeah.
Heat Wave, gonna miss there. Very nice for me. 95% accuracy, love to see it. Bring in Magneton here, expecting him to not go for
he goes for the Volt Tech and proc his own Citrus Berry. This Heat Wave really does not want to hit your right slot.
No, it doesn't. I don't know how much it mattered. I don't think it mattered too much hitting that, even though it was super effective. I was just basically trying to avoid a Earth Power there. The thing is, though, even if it could have killed there, this Magneton has Sturdy. So I would have been fine for a turn anyways to do what I needed to do. And he was bringing it back in. He's going for the Earth Power. I'm resisting it again. At this time, it's doing less because he's not even boosted. Golisopod, at this point, is like, he's in good position. I was going to use Liquidation, and I was like, oh, wait, no. Sun. I should use Drill Run instead. I don't know if it would have killed in Sun.
I don't know.
The Liquidation. I think I calced it at one point, but whatever. I didn't do it. Now, here comes the problem.
Yeah, Illumise is on the field.
Yes. Because now he's got his Tailwind back up as soon as he wants it, and that's an issue for me. So I'm double switching. He actually switches out again, and here comes apparently the real problem, Fourgeist.
Yes, Fourgeist Orange, known to be a menace.
I wasn't not expecting Fourgeist to be a problem, but I felt like I had enough prep for it. I did not realize how much I was not ready for it.
Yeah, Fourgeist is pretty strong.
Yeah, the T-Bolt, I took a chance there. I knew it wasn't a smart play, but I needed that Illumise dead, because I needed to have Tailwind and him not having Tailwind.
Yeah, I think you just had to Flash Cannon into that slot anyway.
Yeah, probably. It would have died anyways. And there goes my emergency exit. Hate to see it. But here
Which is actually okay, because it gives you the free switch.
Yeah. And there goes my Rune, which is fine. Rune at this point was basically...
He did his job.
Yeah, he did his job as basically a death for me. Now, I have First Impression. Not doing very much. Which is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
He's U-turning out, which is, I'm expecting that. So I think I go for Flash Cannon here. I think. I don't remember.
Have Flash Cannon.
Reggie says Flash Cannon. Oh, I go for T-Wave. Okay.
Waved. Hit him with a Dunda Wave.
Hit him with a Dunda Wave. Even with the paralysis, I think with the Tailwind, this thing's faster. So I'm bringing in two things that are really just going to be able to take these hits while I try and get rid of this Illumise.
Yeah, Illumise cannot come in anymore, at least.
Yeah. And there he goes.
Destroys Magneton.
Yeah, and these I think I doubled into the Fourgeist there with the flash cannons.
2 flash cannons, yeah.
Yeah. He goes for the Protect, which I think I expect. Oh, he goes for the double Protect. I don't think I try and attack Illumise here. No. Yeah. I was expecting a physically defensive Florges, so I figured the first impression wouldn't do that much, but apparently this Florges was actually not physically defensive at all.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, he's using U-turn, and this is great for me, because it can't come back in, which means I have Tailwind. And I have Tailwind priority against a Landorus, which is very, very nice for me. What I don't have is a way to kill Florges properly.
Not really, no. Good old Regice can't have his stats dropped.
Yeah, so he's doing another switch there. I don't know if that was a good play. I think that was a bad play.
He Illumise to get a free turn with Lando, but that also makes everything redirect to Florges.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if he wanted.
And it also means I get my Tailwind up, which is really good for Golisopod, seeing as Golisopod, despite being 40 speed, is perfectly spec to outspeed Lando by 1 point.
Yep, and Lando's only got 10% left.
Yeah, so anything I do kills it at this point.
The big paralysis on Florges.
Mm-hmm, for sure, yeah.
That was actually, like, very huge.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, absolutely. And I pull it out by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
I think
huge paralysis on Florges.
Yeah, pretty freaking big there. Even though I had the AV and the super special defense, would it have double killed there? I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I don't think so. I think it was doing like 17 or something.
So I think still survived, but I don't think I would have won at that point. I think I could have brought it down to a 1-0. But it came down to that.
Oh yeah, if it killed Golisopod, Lando got to attack.
Yeah, for sure. No. Well, I went first, didn't I?
No, Florges got paralyzed first.
What the fuck? How is Florges moving? How is a paralyzed Florges moving against this man in Tailwind?
I don't know. Florges is schmoving, I guess.
What is this thing?
Oh no, he has chlorophyll. Chlorophyll? No, he doesn't even get chlorophyll.
He doesn't get chlorophyll.
Hey, how is this Florges so fast?
I don't understand. 273? 169? I should have had speed there.
Why was Florges so fast? Hold on. Oh, I guess he protected.
He must use protect there.
Okay.
So that paralysis didn't matter at all.
I guess not.
Because I would have just outsped on the fall. Because I still would have killed Lando there. Because I still would have killed Lando there, which means
you had 3 turns of Tailwind.
Yeah, and then I have 3 turns of Tailwind where I have 2 Pokemon faster than Florges.
Okay, if you protected that, the paralysis didn't matter at all.
Yeah, the paralysis was pointless there. Okay, all right. Well, there you go. That's the match. So I'm saying Fanor.
Yeah, I think Fanor played super well, but I also think Whiskey played super well. I think both of them did. For sure.
But Fanor, he's had a pretty rough season up until this point.
I agree.
I think this is a big...
For contrast, I think Fanor gets it, but I also just want to mention that Whiskey played super well.
Noted, very noted. Congratulations, Fanor. Hopefully you picked it up back on your feet. Glad to see it. Team was a bit, probably took a bit of getting used to, but it seems like potentially you've gotten used to it. You played around your win cons really well this week, and congratulations on MVP. I've been Technoid, this has been Hamster Wings, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
I have to fight you.
Yeah, that's fun.
Bye.